human being can make the most of their life. They can make the best to come out of their life, physically, spiritually, materially, by taking steps on doing what is right at the right time. Inability for someone to know what he will do to be able to get at what he wants to do at the right time is what makes someone to be unable to function in the realm with which God has designed for him. The desire for God is that you will make the most out of your life. So, everyone can make his life to count. Everyone can maximize the reason why God brought you onto this earth. You are not an accident of mistake. You are not a biological coincidence. You were really made by God to be able to emerge as celebrity, to emerge as someone that they will say, this man, we know him for this great work. We know this man for this great achievement. We know this man for this landmark breakthrough. Is the desire of God for everyone of us. And the step to take for you to make your life count is simple. Number one of it is acquire relevant information, relevant skill on that area you want to improve. Is it your spiritual life? You want to increase the number of hours you pray, or you want to pray effective prayer that will touch everyone? Get relevant knowledge, relevant information. Get books on prayers. Move with the men of God that have understanding about prayer. Then begin to practice. Begin to practice on how you will pray. And by so doing, you are moving up. The same way it happens onto your finances. Start with something. Get knowledge of how do we do this thing and make these things to work. About your finances. In your career, how do you do this thing to make things to work? By so doing, God will now begin to empower you, enhancing you, giving you more and more understanding, giving you more and more knowledge, and therefore you will become blessed. This is how to enhance your word. And number two, of how to enhance your word on this earth is you get intelligible application of knowledge. You apply the knowledge that you have gathered. Try to begin to apply it. Put it to work. Somebody said, well, what I have is just 10,000 naira and I cannot start business. What can I do with 10,000 naira? It's not true. With 10,000 naira, you can become a multi-millionaire. All you need to do is get divine agenda of God first. Divine agenda of God for your life, that your divine purpose is to serve God. Your divine purpose, why they make you as a human being, is that you must be planted in the church. Then, your assignment, it is from when you are serving God that God will give you your assignment. It is when you are serving God that God will give you your assignment. Everyone can enhance his worth. You can never get value in this world if you are not carrying Jesus at your back. It's when you are a carrier of God's presence everywhere you go, that even armed robber, when they raise axe and they are butchering others, when they see this, or they say, please separate this man. Because touch not the man in whom there is a mark of the Lord upon his forehead. Slay utterly, kill, destroy. But the one that is bearing the mark, touch him not. Exodus chapter 12 verse 12 said, tonight I will pass through that of wicked. I will smite every firstborn in the land, both of man of the place, and get the gold of the land. I, God, I will execute judgment. But this blood shall be unto thee the blood upon the lintel of the house where you dwell. When the angel shall see the blood, it will pass over you. No business, no anything you want to use to enhance your worth. Because who gives value? God is the one that enhances value. It's God that gives value, that makes human being to value you. A man is value and he's being paid what 30,000 naira. Says you are a gate man, this is what you will earn, 30,000 naira a month. And he rejoices. I asked a man, I said, how much will they pay you if I get you a job now? How much would you like to receive and you'll be happy? The man said, if he can get 30,000 naira, sir. I look at, I was shocked. 30,000 naira? That's why he talked about his worth. Whereas another person is being paid 3 million naira. Say 3 million naira is too small for me. It's because he knows his worth is value. It is God that enhances worth of man to be able to make him become a man of relevance. To become a man of relevance. Number 3 is that you must have a sense of mission for you to enhance your worth in this life. You must have sense of mission. No reason why you are running that race. If something is not pursuing you in life, or you are not pursuing something, or you are not heading towards a target, you are a failure completely. You just live your life in which you are not pursuing something. You are not targeting something. Something is not pursuing you. And also, you are not having targets. Say, I am supposed, but I've stayed here 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, everything is still remaining the same. I'm still managing. Instead of moving forward, you are even dressing backwards, small. Something is wrong. You need to have a sense of mission. Say, you are on a course to win. You are on a race to get the prize. Laboring with a prize in view. God never expected any of his children to go on adventure, to go on a journey, and come back empty pocket. Where you come back to say nothing. You draw your first pocket and second pocket, say nothing. How? Nothing. Because every provision of the kingdom is for God to add value to your life. It's for you to profit with it. It's for you to profit with it. Any fools can make the most of his life. Fools. Only if he cares to do all that it takes to succeed. You call the man a fool. Yes, that's your problem. Call him a fool. But if the man cares to know what it takes to succeed, the man will succeed. He will succeed. You are not failing because the assignment is too tough. No. You are failing because you have not put those ingredients that are supposed to make you to succeed, to pass. You have not put it in work. You have not put it to work. When you put all those things that are supposed to make you to succeed, when you put it to work, you will see that it will work. Stop blaming people for your failure. Stop blaming people for your failure. You can make the most of your life to count. You can enhance your world. You can enhance great relevance upon the face of the earth if you care to know what it takes to succeed. If you care, if you care, if you care. God does not deny the man that does not care. Any life where anything go cannot go too far. This will enter, you take. This will enter, you take. But a man that have understanding to be able to sit down, to know that he is not sufficient in himself. Number one, he knows that spirituality is the basis of our life from the Garden of Eden. First of all, go to God. After you have settled with God in prayers and righteousness, the next, you take step. How does this thing work? They mentioned about fish farming. How does it work? They mentioned about buying fruits in the fruit market and selling it. How does it work? You care to ask and to know the principle that is making this work. Therefore, you will succeed. Time does not change anything. You are waiting for time. Say time will. One day it will be better. When will it be better? If all things are left only with time for things to be better, the things will be getting worse. More. It will be getting worse. Because time itself has nothing to do with your life. Think about it. My father said it. Bishop David Ego. A man who failed an exam 10 years ago, for example, and the person did not go back again to go and write the exam. Will the paper change itself? Will the word of the person change itself? The person was a failure of work at that time. But if he sits down and find out, no, I will sit in this next diet. I will go to lesson. I will go to those people that knows that subject that I'm weak. I will buy some textbooks. I will write a timetable on what time I'm going to read. And by observing all these rules and regulations, the person will pass. And the person will move forward. So, life is designed for progress. You may encounter failure in one stage or the other of your life, but don't stay there. Don't blame anyone. If you blame someone, you have made yourself to be a complete failure. A complete failure always points his finger at someone. Say, this person is the one that is responsible for my downfall. You are not a failure until you have someone in your mind to blame for your failure. They say when you point one finger to someone that is responsible for your failure, till it is pointing towards you. You are carrying the highest reason why you are failing. You are the one that makes yourself to fail. Sit down. Stop blaming anybody. And this, while the other finger is pointing to God as witness. God is bearing witness. All those things you are mentioning, that there is the reason why you fail. God is bearing witness. And this three hand is pointing to you, say you are the real cause of why things are not working for you. Or reason why you have not reached a goal. It's not too late for you. Today, you can make up your mind that I want to make my life count. I want to start to know what it takes to be able to get at my goal, what I'm pursuing. What does it take me? Please, someone who has done it before, tell me. There is no new thing under heavens. Everything that you are doing now is not new. Somebody has done it over and over. All the work it takes with you is that you should take steps to go and learn what it takes. And to be what? To be diligent. To be disciplined. And discipline is one of the great causes why people don't attain success, or why they get average from what they do. Indiscipline. Indiscipline. Because discipline in itself is doing whatsoever that is committed to your hand with all your strength, with all your might, with everything around you, doing it. Discipline is doing what is desired. I mean, doing what is desired against even your own personal comfort. Even it's not convenient for you, but this is what you want. Somebody say, well, why don't you go and sleep and close this book? Say, if I close this book and go to bed and sleep, tomorrow is my exam. I'm having this stubborn paper. I must make sure I pass. So whether sleep is coming, sleep you have to go. I will not succumb to sleep. So, teaching people to fish is the right way for you to bring people out of the life of begging for fish every day, every night. Instead of people becoming liability is for them to become fishermen by themselves. When they become fishermen by themselves, it means they are making the most of their life. They will also be able to help other people to get there. That is the desire of God for everyone. Things will always fall on their own. Very easy for things to fall. You place things on a particular height, it will fall easily. But for things to rise, it must take a deliberate effort. You must plan. It's not easy for things to work. Behind anything working, there's a worker. It's not easy for things to succeed when you see anything that succeeds. It has undergone a great exertion of pressure or stress or application of work for things to work. Gravity is what it takes for something to go from up to go down. Gravity, very fast, go. But upthrust, according to physics, is what it takes for things to move from down to move up. So an upthrust has to deal with a lot of force. So it's not easy for a man to succeed. It's not easy. It's very easy for a man to get broke. To get broke, very easy. You can get at 1 million, 2 million within one day. 1 week, you are already done with 1 million. 1 million, you are already broke. But for you to build 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, to 10 million, it has to do very hard. Has to do with a lot of discipline, a lot of planning. A lot of time you will wake up in the midnight and check your plans and take another decision for you to get where you are going. Waiting for things to change without doing anything.